How to do an effective video blog about beer when you really don't know anything about beer and you want people to... Is that the red light? Is this thing... Oh, shh. Hey guys, welcome back to this edition of Drink Like a Fish. I'm your host, Brian Big Fish Ragland. Today we're going to try Mother Ship Wit. Mother Ship Wit is a new Belgian beer, and it's part of a type of beer called Wit beer. Wit beer, excuse me. I guess my Flemish is not as good as my Belgian, and my Belgian's not as good as my English, so this ought to be interesting. It's spelled W-I-T-B-I-E-R, Wit beer. So anyway, let's get into it. Once again, we're going to do Mother Ship Wit. Wit, white, yeah. There's the proof, and there's your label. Couple of things to know about a Belgian beer. It's not like your typical beers where you go to your bar and you order maybe a Corona or you order something on tap. When you order something on tap that's not a Belgian beer, they're going to bring it to you in a traditional pint glass. I just happen to have one of these. This would be our traditional pint glass. That's not the case with Belgian beers. They take a lot of pride in their beer, and they make their glasses special per beer. For instance, if you were to get a Chimay, which is a very, very, very good Belgian beer, they have Chimay white, blue, and red. We haven't reviewed those yet. We will get into them. They're fantastic. They have the glasses specifically made for those beers. Traditionally, they do them in what's called a tulip glass. And unfortunately, guys, I don't have a tulip glass. My tulip glass broke, and you don't need to know why it broke. It just broke, and I was very sad about it. And there was alcohol involved, as usually there is, but it broke nonetheless. So right now, I'm going to use a Guinness mug, and it's going to give the same kind of principle. What they're looking for when you drink a Belgian beer and what they tout is, it's not only the taste, it's the aroma as you're drinking it. And that's what they're looking for. It's almost tantamount to wine. Wine drinkers as well do a lot of breathing. They swirl it around. They're not swirling around just to kind of look like douches. They're doing it for an actual reason. They're trying to bring out the aroma and the flavor. They taste it, they bring it to their nose. There's a whole thing. We've all seen the movie Sideways. We get it. But I got a feeling this is going to be tasty. Awesome. You guys ready? Okay there, true believers. Like I told you before, it does have a very, very pale yellow appearance to it. It's not going to be very cloudy and white. That has to do a lot with the wheat that's in the beer. Mixed with the citrus, it is going to give it that color every time. I can't wait to try this. All right, Prost. Wow, okay, that's really good. That is amazing. Typically, this is a summer beer. Obviously, the reason because it's a summer beer is it's not as dark, it's not as heavy. Your Guinnesses and your stouts are typically winter, fall beers. They're going to fill you up. It's kind of like drinking a steak dinner. It's just going to sit right here. It's going to warm your cockles. The taste is very citrusy, and it's also very, very light and bubbly when it first hits your tongue. You get a taste of citrus and then a very spicy taste to it at the end. Now, not like a hot, Mexican spice or a hot pepper spice. It has kind of like a spiced rum sort of feel to it. It almost has like a hint of sour grass. I don't know if as a kid you've ever tried any sort of sour grass or you picked it up. Imagine grabbing some of that with a little bit of citrus taste to it and throw in some awesome beer. That's exactly what this is. If I were to rate this beer, and I've had a few of the White Beer style, I'd give it, I don't know, an A minus. I mean, I've had one that's slightly better, and I'm not going to say the name because then I won't be able to review it later. But this is a really good beer. It traditionally, like I said, it's not drank during the summer or excuse me, it's not drank during the fall months or the winter months. It is usually a summer beer. But once again, this is just a great beer.